You need conservatives to be afraid of getting killed when they go to events so that they look to their leadership to turn down the temperature. The issue is right now, they don't feel like there's any fear.
Destiny is one of these left-wing streamers that really loves to talk politics. However, this time he's really stepped in it because now he's basically calling for violence against conservatives, and he's been harassing Charlie Kirk's widow. And what we're going to see today, of course, is Andrew Wilson calling him out in a big way over on Piers Morgan's show. So let's go ahead and jump into these clips.
Been quite active on social media since Charlie Kirk's death. When Erica Kirk posted Charlie's coffin, you responded, she tagged him, brackets, crying face emojis. In response to Alina Haber's tweet ordering people to fly their flags at half-mast in memory of Charlie, you posted on X buying flags and poles just to fly them fully erect. And you then posted yesterday, ending every conservative debate call out I'd do in 2026 with "Don't dodge, bro." That's not what Charlie would have wanted. I mean, do you think that your response to the cold-blooded murder of Charlie Kirk has been appropriate?
Yes. I think that the only way this country moves forward into a better world is when conservatives can finally realize that they need to turn the temperature down on their side. We are 10 years into whatever this Trump madness is, and there is not a single mainstream conservative that will call for a lowering of the temperature on their side. I think that liberals need to wake up and finally realize that if they're not willing to do it, it will never come down. If you wanted Charlie Kirk to be alive, Donald Trump shouldn't have been president for the second term. Every time he's in office, this happens. People joked about when Biden came in, it was so boring, nothing was going on. 7 out of 10 of the largest protests in American history have happened under Donald Trump. All of the recent political violence that's happened in this country over the past 20 years, the majority of it, the overwhelming majority of it, everybody gets mad because they keep asking Grok about it, has been conservative.
Who shot Charlie Kirk?
A guy from Utah who was raised in a Christian family, who was a 22-year-old
white dude.
He wasn't trans. He didn't have a trans girlfriend. He didn't have any trans influences. He didn't have any trans bullets. Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys were wrong on all of that.
To be clear, the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox, has made it clear that their investigation has now established that he had been radicalized by a leftist ideology, which drove him to do this. That's just
I'm sorry. Excuse me. When?
Yesterday, he said that.
No. When was he radicalized? In the 6 months that he did remote college?
I don't know when he was radicalized, but I do know. What you just said is not true. The very reasonable-sounding governor of Utah has made it clear that the you may not want to hear this.
An ongoing investigation.
You may not want to hear it, Destiny. But the reality is, the investigators, according to the governor of Utah, have established that he was radicalized to a leftist ideology that drove him to murder Charlie Kirk.
I got one question for you, and I want you to actually answer it. Are you glad Charlie Kirk is dead?
No, I don't think anybody in this country should be dying to political violence. It's insane. The past 5 years in this country has been crazy. But the reality is, until conservatives,
so then why did you say to your co-host that Trump deserved a bullet? Why did you tell him that?
Until conservatives have to say, hey, we all need to be less violent, there's no purpose in Democrats doing it, because every time Democrats disavow, you further entrench your guys' delusional beliefs that all the violence is coming on the left. Donald Trump can go on TV. He can say, Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. They can go on Parler and say, we heard you. They can go to the Capitol and break in and try to insurrect. They can get convicted in front of a jury, and then Donald Trump can pardon them, and we can come out and go, hey, guys, why aren't Democrats disavowing violence? And pretend that the problem is coming from the left.
Destiny told his co-host, when asked point blank if he wanted the bullet to kill Trump, that the worst thing that could have happened was the bullet missing. He said this to Pisco. I watched it, okay? This guy's an obfuscation machine. And you know what else, Destiny? Why should we believe you? I think you are glad Kirk is dead. And all of your tweets seem to prove that. And you would have been happy if Trump was assassinated. You've made that very clear. So why not just be truthful for once in your fucking life and say the truth, that you don't care that Kirk is dead, and you're actually probably glad he is. Isn't that really what's true?
I don't want anybody in this country to die to political violence. I don't think in the United States of America that should be happening. I don't know why it's so hard for the president to say the same. I think it'd be the easiest thing in the world as a president. Biden did it for 4 years. That's why everything was way cooler when he was here, like in terms of temperature. The Clintons have no problem saying it. Barack Obama has no problem saying it. Kamala Harris has come out and said it. Every Democratic lawmaker and leader has basically come out and said it. But for some reason on the Republican side, it's just civil war, civil war, civil war. And the Republican president of the United States, who has presided over more violence politically in this country, more large protests than any president in all of U.S. history, for some reason can't bring himself to say, all of us need to calm down. And
So
until
did
that
Trump
happens,
deserve
there's no
the
reason for
bullet?
anyone allowed to say it.
Did Trump deserve the bullet?
This is all you care about are the political hit jobs.
Just
It's
answer the
actually insane to
question,
me.
bro. Did
It's so
Trump
insane
deserve
to
the
me.
bullet?
Did Donald Trump
he deserve
disavow
the
violence
bullet?
on his side ever? Did Donald Trump disavow
Answer the
violence on his
question.
side
Did
ever?
Trump deserve the
You
bullet?
you can't answer the question. We're here to play.
No, bro, it's
find
my turn
tweets
to
and
ask the
YouTube
question.
video
It's your
clips.
turn to answer.
It's YouTube
Did
video
Trump
clips.
deserve the
and it's-
bullet?
Did Trump disavow violence in this country ever?
Did he deserve the bullet? Yes, he's
Answer my
disavowed
question, I'll
violence.
answer yours.
But again, I just did. Now your turn. Now your
not just
turn.
on the radical
It's your
left.
turn.
Did Donald Trump?
Did Trump deserve the bullet?
I never said that. No, I never said that. No.
Okay, except you did to your co-host.
No,
You
I
said,
didn't. Oh, wait. When
now
did
your
Donald Trump
exact
disavow?
words-
Wait. When did Donald Trump
your
disavow
exact
violence in
words
this
to your
country?
co-host, you lying sack of shit. If he wanted
I'm the lying
to
sack
kill
of
Trump,
shit?
the
No
worst
way.
thing that could have happened
Donald Trump
was the
disavowed
bullet
all
missing.
political violence. And
That's what you said,
and this is,
bro.
Yeah. Yep.
So here we can see how disingenuous Destiny actually is, all right? Because we have him on video saying that, hey, conservatives need to experience real violence just so we can tone down the rhetoric, right? But then on the other hand, he comes out and says, I don't think there should be any political violence. And then, of course, given the opportunity to say that, yeah, Trump shouldn't have been shot, all right, as Andrew Wilson points out, he doesn't do it. Okay, he just simply cannot bring himself to say that, yeah, Donald Trump shouldn't be attacked because of his political beliefs, the same way that Charlie Kirk shouldn't have been attacked for his political beliefs, the same way Charlie Kirk's wife shouldn't be attacked for her political beliefs. And yet Destiny is out here doing the exact opposite of everything he's saying right now. There's a word for that. It's a hypocrite. When you tweet out, don't dodge because that's not what Charlie Kirk would do, that doesn't put you on the right side of morality. Okay, but of course, what he's going to do, what Destiny is doing, is blaming everything on Donald Trump, right? It's been crazy these last 8 to 10 years because Donald Trump has overseen the most political violence ever. But who's been committing the political violence, right? Has it been the right? No, it's been the left. Right? We've had endless protests that are basically just riots. We've had political assassinations. And guess who the perpetrators are in pretty much all of these cases? It has been the radical left. But of course, he's also going to bring up January 6th. How many people died on January 6th? One. And it was one of the protesters. Okay. And he brings up the Proud Boys. What spawned the Proud Boys? It was Antifa and BLM going out there and attacking Trump supporters. All right, going out there and hitting them with sticks and tire irons. And then, of course, a group of guys got together, started by Gavin McInnes, and said, we're not going to stand for this anymore. And they started to actually fight back just to protect people who wanted to go and exercise their freedom of speech. And speaking of freedom of speech, that's all Charlie Kirk did. He would go out and talk to people who disagreed with him. And apparently, Destiny is blissfully unaware of the political leanings of Charlie Kirk's assassin, right? The simple fact that, yes, he was radicalized by crazy left-wing trans activist groups. Hence all of the messages that were found on the casings with his rifle. Okay, but somehow Destiny is managing to affix his own personal morality to what Donald Trump is saying. Is Donald Trump out there calling for a toning down of the rhetoric? No, because it's not our side that needs the toning down. It is the left out there committing all of these acts. Now, of course, you could possibly say, what about the guy in Wisconsin? Well, his politics are not necessarily clear because apparently he was a Republican, but he was also appointed by Tim Walz, and he also had propaganda of no Kings flyers in his car at the time of his arrest. So there's lots of really weird things going on there, and I hope we can get some more answers, to be quite honest. But in this case, it's pretty cut and dry, and denying it is not going to do Destiny any service. So when we talk about the level of current political discourse, this is it. You have one side that's saying, hey, can you please stop making fun of Charlie Kirk's wife? And could you please stop calling for political violence against conservatives like Charlie Kirk? All right, because that's one way you could actually bring down the level of discourse in this country. We could cool everything off. But of course, the current modern day left are turning into terrorists. All right, that's basically it. Capital T. They want political violence against those they disagree with just to make them stop speaking in public. And that's where we're at currently. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and say hi to your mom for me.